Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right in my living room, doing what I do for you. Today, writers in 25 Rules to Live by, storytelling, story with a message, message in a story for life. These are life lessons. I see you tuning in to get them, so you're doing all right. Let's go. Keep it going. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Spiritually knowing yourself a little better. That's important. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, knowing thyself. That's the creed that was left to us by our ancestors. That's the creed in which right thinking philosophy is based on. It's all about knowing who you are. Now, the question, a person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not but knows that they know not is simple. Tune in. I can teach you. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. A person who knows not and believe that they know dangers, avoid them. I do. The days is over. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. It's okay. I'm a spiritual alarm clock. I can wake you up. I got something for you. Spiritual knowledge. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers. Know thyself. And to Maya be true. You got to keep the balance. Today, right thinkers, let's talk about how I found God with knowledge. Hold on. I'm gonna need my friend samples for this one. Whoa, yeah, big difference. Okay, these are reading glasses. Those is fanfare. Look good. Okay. All right, vanity. Let's go. Right thinkers, you know the deal. A lot of us have concepts and ideas about God. I got mine. Here we go. I study to teach now, but before I studied to learn and live right, and had no time that I think I was gonna, nope, just learning how to be right. I wanted the truth. I wanted to be able to live by the truth and do all that good stuff. Admirable. Okay, good intention again. But when God made himself known to me in 2015, I remember like it was yesterday, it was not from church. I wasn't a church goer. I wasn't a Bible thumper. I was a right liver, a right thinker. I studied. I prepared. I did the things that I learned. I put them to fruition. I brought them out. I used them and made sure that they were sufficient, that they would work for somebody if I had to teach them or show them how it's done. This is why I do what I do for you. I have respect for religions. I just know something else. I tell my pastor, God respects knowledge. He allows me to do what I do. My goal is to bring ignorance of God to God with knowledge of self in Him. That's right thinking philosophy. That's what I stand on. I live my life to praise and please my God daily. That's right thinking philosophy in a nutshell. I just live right. I'm not running around here hooping and hollering about praise and all that. No. Like he tell you, I'm not a fanatic. I'm not a fan. Like you Cowboys fans. No, I don't root for God. I work, I live, I praise, and respect him with knowledge of him. That's what I'm passing on. Knowledge. Not a whole bunch of my testimonies about God. So preachers do that. That's not my thing. I have spiritual knowledge. I obtain it, aka it's called God consciousness. Right thinking philosophy is spiritual gumbo. Why? I have not just comedic, I have a little bit of everything. Why? That's what I study. All religions are God based. Right thinking philosophy is God based. Okay? So the concept and intent to enlighten, to bring you to the essence of yourself is what religion is doing. That's what right thinking is. I'm just doing it my way. Understand that? Right thinking philosophy is 75 comedic science that I've learned and mastered. But the kicker is right thinking, as the other 25% is everything else that I studied and learned and incorporated it in with my comedic concepts. So it's not just one thing. Again, spiritual gumbo. I got a little bit of everything, but all of it's good. When it all comes together, it works perfect. You can pray to God until the cows come in, but no work, no reward. I teach you to put the work in so you can earn your rewards called blessings. You have to understand God in order to serve Him. I do. I know people who claim God, to know God and all that love, all that, but don't have a clue about God. So this is why I teach. I let the preachers on Sunday preach. I'm trying to give you knowledge and understanding so that you can relate to God in your own way, in your own time. Sorry if I get a little excited, but yeah, it annoys me because you ain't perpetrating, but you just ain't got the information and the knowledge so that you can rep Him in the way that He should be repped. From the heart. I'm going to keep that in there. Right thinking philosophy is all about what? Understanding God for yourself. I keep trying to tell you what I know and think and feel about God does you no good. But what I can educate you about and have you put it to use and find out for yourself does all the good in the world. Hence, I do what I do for you. These are lessons. I'm a teacher. I just teach. I know learning and living what you learn is the way to obtain spiritual enlightenment. Right thinking uses the brain with the heart. That's called heart, brain, heart, mind, coherence. They have to work together. That's what makes you a master of self, when you got those both things under control. As the right think philosophy master, I have to show I am a master 24/7. I have to maintain, I have to do what I should be doing, what I preach about doing for myself first. I live my right thinking philosophy daily. I'm even getting better at it. Why? Because it's become a practice that's been scrutinized or checked out. So now I'm just amping up a little bit to show you, yeah, check this out. You don't believe me? Just watch. That's all. My right thinking philosophy gives you my ancient Egyptian yoga concepts and what I use or I know my life experience. Studying, learning, understanding. Living, putting it into effect, manifesting, gives me the right to be a master of what I represent. Right thinking and myself and my creator. I don't preach it, I teach it. I'm waiting for my first right thinking philosophy master. What's going to happen? I got students. I got people who practicing and learning and getting better at it. I know when they reach mastery. Why? Because they'll show me they are total control of their faculties, their emotions, their thoughts, and how they do what they do for you or themselves. Live right. It happens. That's mastery, okay? That's when you graduate to the next level. You evolve spiritually. You're getting better at what you do. Living. I think I'm doing pretty good. All right. I appreciate you tuning in, but this is lessons I'm teaching. If you're learning, that's what you're here for, so pay attention. Knowledge is the main ingredient to know God. Ignorant people still doing ignorant things. Knowledge and understanding and growing spiritually will change your life around for the better. You have to think to know yourself, aka obtain God knowledge. Not any knowledge. Again, right knowledge. Okay, you have to have spiritual knowledge. Academic knowledge, I got no problem with that. But you have to mix it in with some real and spiritual knowledge. Why? Because have all of that without knowledge of self means pretty much nothing. There's a lot of that going on. My best friend is my pastor. We talk every day about God. Our conversation is God-based. Our conversation is spiritually enhancing. Iron sharpens iron. I get biblical information. He get ancient Egyptian information. We share and we come to understand it and respect one another for what they do and how they feel about what is they doing. Okay? I ain't going there. In biblical terms, in his ministry, I'm Minister Paul. If you into religion or you Bible thumper, you will know what that is, so we ain't got to go through that, okay? But yeah, I got my biblical concepts too that I've been bestowed on, so that I'm understanding and living by. When I hear Paul, my ears open up. Why? I'm listening, because that's who they see me as. So I want to know what it is I'm doing that makes them see Paul in me. I don't know who Paul is. I have no idea who Paul is. But they say I'm Paul. That's what I'm saying. So they know who he is and they know what I'm doing, so that's on them. I ain't gonna fight and watch this. I know God from what? Living right daily, not Bible thumping. Again, I hear people all the time quoting Bible verses. Quoting verses don't mean much if you're not implementing it and using it and manifesting it. That's what makes it work. That's right thinking philosophy is based on, not what I say, but what I do for you. That's why I tell you, and I'm going to always tell you, I'm a master teacher, not a preacher. Preachers proclaim. Teachers explain. That's all I'm trying to do. Explain the concept to you, that if you understand it, you can use it. Take it or leave it. You ain't got to subscribe to it, but I'm just want to explain it to you and let you make your own decisions. That's all. That's all. Last one, I'm wrapping up. I appreciate the time again. Spiritual knowledge, again, God knowledge. Get it. There's a bunch of people doing what I'm doing, so I ain't the only one. And we all got the same concept. Get spiritual knowledge to get to God. Why? Knowledge of self is the way. Living right is the way. Doing the right thing is the way. Following the tenets that represent whatever religion you're following is the way. My way to God was with knowledge and understanding, aka right thinking, philosophical points of view that I live by, that I made work for me. Why? Because I had to find out for sure before I put it out there. Do it work? Is it any good? Will it sustain? All those questions I answered for myself, okay? Spiritual knowledge, aka Christ consciousness, all is the same thing. What you call something don't mean nothing. It's what you do, and the results is what it's all about. If you're Christ conscious, then you're living a good Christian lifestyle. That's all. If you're God conscious, spiritual knowledge, you're living, I call right thinking, philosophical concept. It's the same thing, but your actions is what gets the results. If you do be right, you will be blessed for doing just that daily. In order to reach Christ consciousness, you have to do what? Think, do. So what's the difference? It's the same thing. Thinking alone is nothing. It's the actions of right thinking, doing, and philosophically living what you're thinking or what you're learning to see if it really works. Last one. I give you spiritual knowledge. That's the way to God. I know it because that's what I use. I'm just telling you what I know. I got to go, but I'll be back.